Now we're going to make this basketball bounce. We're going to animate it in an up and down motion. For this we don't need the color panel, so we can get rid of that. And I will zoom out a couple of steps so that we can see the whole stage. And let's start by moving this ball straight up. It's going to start up here and then bounce off the ground, which is down here. Move up to the timeline and go out to frame, say, 25. Select that frame and then hit F6 on your keyboard. This will create a new keyframe. Now we have one at the beginning and one at the end. These keyframes I will explain later on in this course, but for now just think of them as snapshots. Animation is going to happen between these two frames, and these keyframes define the starting and finishing positions of the basketball. So select the last keyframe and let's move this ball straight down. Now that's not very nice animation, so we're going to return to frame 1 and apply some motion tweening. To do this, you can right-click on a PC, Control-click on a Macintosh, or you can select it and go down here to the Properties panel where it says Tween. In the drop-down box, you'll see Motion and Shape. Choose Motion, and now you'll see, if you drag the playhead, we have motion. Of course, that's only one drop of the ball. We want to show more. And for another one, we could create another keyframe out here and then move the ball back up. But a nice easy way of doing this, save a couple of steps, is to select frame 1 and then hold down the Alt key and drag frame 1 out here. You'll see a little plus appear next to your cursor. Our first animation is 25 frames. Let's make the next one 20. Now again, we have to apply motion tweening to this. Do that, and the ball comes back up. Now a ball never bounces as high as the position from which you dropped it. So this first bounce, we'll just move down a little bit. And all we have to do now is repeat this process. The position of the ground never changes, so we can take this keyframe, hold down the Alt key, and copy it out here. The ball will return to the ground. Then go back to the up position of the first bounce and copy this keyframe out here. This time we'll only go 15 frames. And again, move the ball down a few steps. Okay, we need to do this a few more times until the ball comes to rest, but by now you should have the idea of how to do this, so I'm going to leave it up to you and move on to the next lesson.